Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I have a full house here again. Couple of these cars you may have seen, eagle-eyed viewers may have seen before. These are more recent. I hung on to a few of these because I wanted to show them off. This is the Lamborghini Centenario, the carbon fiber Lamborghini that's ridiculously expensive. I changed the wheels on it. I went and researched what kind of wheels these cars actually have as opposed to the Pagani Zonda wheels, or I think it was the Tempesta wheels that were on it. And it has like a 5-blade wheel, 5-spoke that looks kind of like a propeller because the spokes are angled slightly. And it's also painted kind of a pearl gray. I'm not sure if I can achieve it on these. This is like level 50 chrome, sort of a gunmetal gray chrome. It looks more true to the actual wheel than the ones that were on it, and I think the chrome looks nice. This car is worth just under $2 million before the restoration bonus, $1.9 million plus $390,000. So that's $2.3 million for this car. And also, I did some checking, and according to Wikipedia, there were 40 of those cars built, 20 of 2 different models, which I forget what they were off the top of my head. But if there are 40 of them in existence, and I have personally worked on rebuilding 3 of them, I checked the math. It's 7.5% of the production of that car, which strikes me as kind of beyond the realm of possibility that I would even find that many in my own junkyard, but in my own local junkyard rather. Anyway, this is yet another Bugatti Chiron. This is like the 7th one that I have rebuilt. Nothing particularly special about this car except that I did paint the rims instead of leaving them bare, and this is black chrome. And it's kind of hard to see, but it's shiny black, which I thought set off the red. And this one is going away. This one is $2.2 million. It's going to be $2.6 million after the restoration bonus. And that brings us to these. This is a 2005 convertible Mustang. I found this one, I think, in a barn. But this car came with a V8, and it came with a standard V8, and this, of course, I put the supercharged V8 in it because the car can take it. It can also take the V8 twin turbo, which is the engine from the Maserati. But this one has 1,338 horsepower. I am frankly scared to drive it with that kind of power. I think I put race tires on it. Yeah, I also put the Mach 1 wheels on it rather than the ones it came with. I'm not super happy with the size of these tires, though. They don't fill up the wheel well very well. I may have to fool around with it, try to get a bigger tire with more bigger profile. I forget what the size of these is. But this car I'm actually going to keep because I like the look of it. So this one is going into the parking. That's not what I wanted. And so too is this car going to go into the parking. This is only the 3rd Lotus Esprit that I've ever found in the game, and I decided to build one for myself, which is why it's red. And this is the first time I experimented with the black chrome on the wheels, because I thought it would look nice against the red. I'm not sure if I like it so much on this car, but I'm going to keep it. So this one is going to parking. And that over there is yet another Chiron, but this is actually the lit edition, which is only the 2nd one of these I have found. And I decided that since I've done so freaking many of these cars, that I'm going to keep one for myself, and I decided it's going to be this one. Painting it red. The trim on this one is black. If you notice the curve right here, and the curve that starts here and goes around the door, around this vent, and all the way down here, In this car, in the lit edition, apparently this is black. And on the other car that was just here, that was chrome. Same thing, and I also used the black mirrors and the black headlights and the black bumper and the black front grille, and also the black rear end and the black tail lights to go off against the red. So this car I'm going to rebuild for myself, and I'm going to park it and hopefully never see one again. But anyway, now that I've cleared some space out, I want to go to the junkyard and see if we can find something else. Okay, here we are. Let's see if we can find something here. That looks like one of the in-game trucks. Earthquake. What the heck did it have in it? Oh, okay. For a second I thought it was the supercharged V8 in that truck. And there seems to be one of these over here every time. It's very strange. Salem Spectre Fastback. I think what I'm going to do, since I've done an awful lot of supercars and stuff lately, is do this. Because I know I haven't done one of these. And this will make a nice change of pace. And we're paying $42,000 for it. We'll see how much we end up with when we're done. See how much it's we'll see how much it's worth when we're finished. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Thing looks like it was ridden hard and put away wet. Okay, seat 6, leather B. And what kind of steering wheel did you have? Steering wheel what? Where is it? I know it's there it is. I was going to say it's right in front of me, isn't it? Steering wheel 6. Okay, so all these parts are Earthquake Rex. Should make them fairly easy to filter out in the store. Remember to get our plates here. And actually, before I do the body, I want to do this stuff in the engine compartment. Get this out of the way. that radiator is bound to have... The radiator is going to have a fan housing of some kind. I don't know which one. What is that? Fan housing B? One time I did this on a car and put these things. I put everything in, and then I got to work on it and finished it. Got everything all done. Everything was finished, and I looked at the total, and the parts percentage was like at 96%, and I couldn't imagine what it was. And I went through the list, and it turned out that I had done the beginning this stuff at the beginning of the build, but I didn't put the clips on the air filter, and it was like, whoops. Okay, that should be all of that. No. Okay, that should be 100%. Yep. Now let's move it and go clean it up. Factory color is white. I don't think I'm going to leave it like that. Where are we at now? 100%. Okay, and look, we're at 86,000 from 42,000. So we've doubled the value just cosmetically fixing it up at this point. Exhaust pipe, rear muffler V8. We might actually get to do a full performance exhaust system for once. Is that pipe? No, pipe B. Oh, good. Look at that. So we get to have a full performance exhaust on this truck. That's nice. And look at that, $102,000. We bought it for $42,000. So this thing is going to be just a pile of profit when it's done. So the current color is white. What is the factory color? Kind of an off gray. Kind of a camouflage pattern there. Ooh, yuck, no. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Let's do that. Paint job doesn't change the value. I quite like this digital camouflage pattern. Something I've been experimenting with lately is if I take off all the wheels and all the brakes, because all the brakes are generally trash. I mean, usually you end up repairing like one caliper. So I just take all the brakes off at once and throw them away. And same thing with these shocks, because those shocks are garbage. I might as well just get rid of them now. I want to get to the rear. And come on. Here we go. Of course. Oh, okay. I saw the leaf spring, and for a second I thought it was going to be a drum brake, but it's not. So we can take these shock absorbers, because they're garbage. I guess I'll go ahead and grab the drive shaft and all of the transmission and the transfer case and all that stuff. Okay, now I meant to say at the beginning of this thing, Happy New Year to everybody, since I wasn't available to make a video yesterday. I was kind of busy, so I didn't have a chance to sit down in front of the computer and do something. So, belated Happy New Year, since it is January 2nd now. Yeah, just got my clutch throwout bearing, so I need to buy four of everything except 2 of each brake disc. Rear shock B. Oh, I forgot to buy. I was going to buy the double wishbone for the front, so I can assemble those. So the old gearbox stuff can go. No, probably won't be able to repair that. Those things can go. We'll try to repair that. What else? Get rid of this, and this, and that, and that. So this way. I have to keep control of my inventory. If it gets out of hand, I lose track of what's what. I buy things I don't need, and I hate that. So I'm experimenting with different ways. Bummer, I have to scrap that. I was hoping to repair it, at least be able to sell it for something other than scrap value. Anyway, I was saying that if I don't keep my inventory under control, I lose track of what's what, and I just can't stand it when my inventory is a mess. I think these wheels are all the same size. 275, 55, 20, yes. I'm going to dismount all these and try to repair them. 35 on that one. I think I'll stick with these wheels, but I'm going to paint them. $27 on this one. $17. It's getting worse on each one. $18. These tires, off-road tire B, 275, 55, 20. I hope that was the right size tire. I'd be annoyed with myself if I bought the wrong. I did that earlier today. I spent a whole bunch of money on a bunch of really big race tires, and they turned out to be the wrong size. I started writing them down on a notepad so I wouldn't screw it up again. 275, 55, 20, 275, 55, 20. Okay, we have the correct tires. Failed to repair one of them. Classic 820. Okay, so I think since I experimented with this earlier and I got to, let's see, what if I take it up? No, that's too much. Take it down a little. That should be kind of a dark, that should be kind of a gray chrome. Silver, like a dull chrome, I guess. 40, okay. I think that'll set off that digital camouflage nicely. Okay, all the wheels are mounted. While that one is balancing, we'll get back to work on this. are you stuck? Oh. I could have sworn I took that off. Okay, we'll try to repair the rest of this stuff. The rest of this stuff isn't major structural components. I think we didn't get one thing, two things. Okay, the tires are all done. Now we can quickly bang this in. There have been some new cars that have shown up in the workshop lately. I've downloaded those mods. It's just a crapshoot as to when or if we'll see them. I may have to start visiting the auction house more often. Just 9 times out of 10 when I go to the auction house, there's nothing there that I want. Either that, or if I do buy a car, I end up paying way more than I should, which cuts into the kind of profits that I make on a rebuild and sell. Yeah, that works for me. It almost looks like it's been blued. Yeah, that definitely works. I was afraid it would be too bright, but I think it's exactly right. It's shiny. It's dark, but it's shiny, and I bet when the light hits it the right way, it'll be chrome. It'll be bright. Definitely like how that came out. Okay, I'll pause here for a moment and clear out the junk, because most of the stuff I just took off is not repairable. steering rack sometimes is repairable, but the sway bar, the sway bars and stuff are never are, and it's just easier to get rid of it all. Let's see, they're all sway B. Where'd it go? There it is. Though I did have a little bit of a epiphany, if you will. The sway bar end link is always going to be sway bar B unless it has front shock A. And you can tell right away when you look at a car and you see upper and lower suspension arms. If you see that, then it's not going to be front shock A, and you're not going to have to deal with the other sway bar. Every now and then I pick up on things like that that just kind of suddenly stick in my mind. And the rest of the things we can attempt to repair. Failed to repair something. I think it was the drive. Yeah, one of the drive axles. Both of the front axle knuckle covers. That surprises me. What was that? Front drive axle A? I think it was. Yep. Upper suspension arm. Looking at that engine block, I think it's just an engine block and a crankshaft. I didn't look at it closely before, but I think there's no heads on it. Yep, there's no pistons. It's just an engine block and a crankshaft. Alrighty then. Yep, and I don't have anything excess in my inventory. Now that looks like a truck. Yeah, that looks really, really sharp. Just thought of something I should buy. Because we can just yank the engine block out by hand at this point. I rather like these headlights too. Kind of like the headlight in the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Okay, so we have an option here. V8 SOHC Boss. We have to look and see which engine starts with the higher horsepower. Okay, V8 SOHC Boss with, oh, this is the Ford, this is like the Ford engine. 381 horsepower. Where was it? It's like V8 DOHC 4x4, I think. It's one of the red ones. Yeah, there we go. Oh, the factory horsepower on this one starts at 403. Okay, I guess we're building that one. Didn't get the crankshaft. Got the block though. Oh, I just bought 9 pistons. What the hell is a pump V9? I don't know if this thing builds the same way as like the supercharged V8 does, or even the unsupercharged V8. Did I just buy a buttload of alternators? Oh my god, I think I did. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bought 8 alternators. Good lord. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. Boy, I was really thinking about the rule of 8s there. It takes engine head V8, so that means it's going to be time. It's going to. I have a feeling I know what a lot of the things are going to be that I'm going to need. And I think it's going to be this manifold. Coils, ignition coils. I know that I didn't buy head covers, but I'm not sure if this is going to take head cover. There are two. Whoop, look at that. Fuel rails. I should have thought about that too. There are two head covers for the plane V8, and there's like head cover A V8, head cover B, head cover C, and head cover D. And I know A and B go to the supercharged and the non-supercharged V8. I'm not sure which engines take the other ones. So I'm going to wait until I get to that point so I know. I already know I have to break out and buy those fuel rails. This cover, though, is easy. I did enough of these early on that I made a point of memorizing how many rollers it takes because it has so many. 2 roller A's and 5 roller B's. And you only see 1 roller A at this point because the second roller A doesn't appear until the belts are on. It appears over here. Belt tensioner goes there. Other belt goes here. Last roller goes there. And what are you? Yep, see, look, this wants C. C and D. So if I had bought the other ones, I'd have been wrong. The throttle body, though, was good. This builds pretty much just like the normal V8 that I've built so many of. And we want C and D, and we need those fuel rails, and that should be everything. Alright, All done. That's an easy engine to put together. Huh. Oh, I was like, where the hell's the... I couldn't figure out why the engine crane wasn't already there, and then I remembered because we didn't need it to take the block out. Okay, that should be 100%. Yep. Perfect, 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 perfect. It looks mean. I really like it now. So we're starting. That's interesting. When I looked at that on the engine stand, it said like 408. It says factory power 372. Look at that. It's nearly 100%. 414, 744. 744 would be a 100% increase. So we're short by 21. Turned it into an absolute monster. I like this an awful lot. I'm not a truck guy, but man, I like this. How much is it worth? 233, 279? Probably 280,000. Wonder if we should try it on the speed track. It's got off-road tires, so it'll probably handle like a dog. I just noticed that the radio says "I live," like that Salem Flammo did. That's kind of disturbing. Yeah, the rims are darker than I hoped. They have like a hint of gloss to them. Yeah, if you change the angle, it gets kind of yeah, it still looks like bluing to me. But I think it suits the digital camouflage pretty well. All right, let's see if we can keep it in a more or less straight line. It's tracking. I was about to say it's tracking really straight, but then it started to take a bobble on me. Yeah, it really looks good. I'm really impressed. And we got 158 miles an hour out of it. If I ever find if we ever get lucky and find one of those Dodge SRT pickup trucks, we might see something faster in a pickup truck. But I think 158 is highly respectable for something like this. Okay, so no, I'm gonna sell it. I was sitting here agonizing over whether or not to keep it because I really like it. I really like it a lot. But I'm sure I'll find another one at some point, and if I do find another one, I'll keep it. But this one I'm gonna go ahead and sell, and that will give us $279,000. Poof. Yeah, so that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. And our Christmas tree is gone. It's too bad. All we got for the holidays were a pumpkin and a Christmas tree. So, that'll wrap this one up. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you again for our next Junkyard adventure. So until then, bye for now.